I'm not gonna lie, a couple weeks ago, I found myself almost hating life. I literally woke up and dreaded every single thing that I had to do for the day. I usually love going to the gym, and I started waking up. My alarm would go off at 6:15, and I'd be like, oh man, I gotta go to the gym again. I gotta train, I gotta do cardio and stuff like that. And I felt this lack of excitement to live life. I felt like I was just doing the same things every day. Things got a bit bland, it got a bit repetitive, and I just lost that excitement to do things that I usually always have. I'd sit here, to film my videos, and 5 minutes before clicking record, I'd honestly sit and question my existence, like what the heck I'm doing, like why am I doing it? Only then would I actually, be like, screw it, let me just record and I'll get it done. Like you may have seen the videos, and I may look like I'm excited on those videos. I may look happy on those videos, but I really wasn't. I wasn't happy with things. I was giving you advice that was genuine, but I wasn't happy with myself personally. I knew I was unhappy, but at the same time, the problem was I didn't know what to do to actually make myself happy. I didn't know what I wanted, and I did one thing. One thing that I felt like I needed to do was honestly clear my mind. I remember, getting random thoughts about issues I had in my life throughout the day. I could be in the gym, and when I'm eating, when I'm taking a shower, random thoughts of problems would come, and I never really had any clarity. I knew that certain problems were there, but I never really looked into it. I was kind of just ignoring it, hence that just circled around my head, which caused more confusion, more unhappiness, really. And then I decided to do this one thing that honestly changed everything. In literally a couple days, it changed everything for me. I took my journal and freaking sat down one day for 5-10 minutes and wrote down every single problem, and most importantly, wrote down a solution to every single problem that I had that was in my control. And guess what? There were literally only two things that were actually in my control that I was worried about, upset about, and I solved those two things in that very day, which is like maybe a week or two ago. This video isn't about, what bothered me, why I was unhappy, but it was more so just about giving you advice that, if you're unhappy with your state of life, you're unhappy with things, you can actually change it if you wanted to. The biggest issue is most people don't have clarity in what they're struggling with, what they want out of life. They're a little, or they're almost all over the place. They want a bit of this, a bit of that. They have this problem, a little bit of that, then something else comes up. They have no clarity. Their life is not organized, hence it just messes around with their head, here and there. They're trying to relax, they think about something else, whereas they don't even have clarity on what the actual problem is. And the moment I literally wrote down, it took like 10 minutes, write down my problems, and only two of them were actually in my control. The rest, there's no point in me even thinking about it or worrying about it because it's outside my control. And I literally pretended like those problems didn't even exist, because there's no point in thinking about those problems. There's no point in letting it, ruin my life, ruin my mood, because again, it's not in my control. There's nothing I can do about it. And now I actually feel good. I'm not like, I've not changed my habits or anything, but I actually feel excited again to do the things that I do. I wake up again. I don't dread life anymore. It's not like I find my life boring like I did a couple of weeks back. I don't know, literally a couple of days, and everything changed. The moment I found out, I got clarity in what I wanted, what was bothering me. That was it. That's all I needed to do. I needed clarity in my mind. I know it's hard to believe that spending 10 minutes, writing down your problems, writing solutions is going to fix your life, but why don't you just do it? Most people, have this mindset that, okay, it's so easy, this guy's saying it's so easy, it's probably clickbait, it's not going to work, and then they skip. Why don't you actually try it? What are you going to lose if it by trying it? Even if it doesn't work, you're not going to lose anything. If anything, you're actually going to solve your issue. So if you feel cluttered in your head, just take a piece of paper and write it down. Go to write it down and give yourself clarity, give your own mind clarity, and think about the things and work on the things that are actually in your control. The stuff that's out of your control, there's no point in living life worried about those things. It's not in your control. Leave it to God, and God will take care of it. Trust me. As long as you know that you're doing your best on a day-to-day basis and doing, putting on the best efforts that you can for the stuff that you know that's in your control, that'll give you just peace of mind. And when you have peace of mind, you're not going to be stressing about random stuff, feeling like you have a ton of problems. The moment you get peace of mind, you're pretty much going to be happy. It's when you know that, you can take action and improve something, but yet you choose to ignore it, then it starts bugging you. It becomes a burden that, you know that you can solve it, but you're choosing to be lazy and no, I'm going to push it off, I'm going to procrastinate it, I'm going to ignore it. That's when the problem arises for most people. They don't really pay attention and think about what's bothering them. You need to do that. You need to actually think about what's bothering you and be clear in what's bothering you, and you can actually take action against it or for it, whatever. And it's not a 2 month, 1 year thing, right? That's the best part about it. Literally, I kid you not, in a couple days, you could have a mindset shift that you regain the happiness that you once lost in your life. Last but not least, this is, I mean, I didn't even think about including this in the video, but be optimistic. I see a lot of people having a negative mindset, and that's one of the biggest reasons they're never happy in life. You go into anything expecting it to be a negative result or a negative outcome. Even I used to have this mindset in the past that, okay, you expect less and then you get more. No, that's not how it works. You expect more and then you work towards getting more and you will get what you want. It's not the case of, oh, I don't really care, it's probably not going to work out. And that, no, that's just a negative way to go about things. And that negative energy is going to spread into every aspect of your life. You're going to go into something and expect a negative result out of it. There's no point in living life that way, I would imagine. That's just a pathetic loser mentality that you really shouldn't have anymore, especially if you're trying to be successful by any means. If you if you expect less and think about getting more, it's a concept that is not going to really take you far. So live life as if everything is going to go great, everything is going to go according to plan. Most likely everything isn't, but when you have that mindset, you're going to make more things go right than go wrong. So have a positive mindset, just have clarity in your head, and that's the most important thing. If you have clarity in your head, you're most likely not going to be worried about your problems because you're working towards it.